Hello again, everybody. This next mission is a Kanbei mission, so a very fun one. And it is pretty easy to win it conventionally. If you just throw your units at the problem, take some casualties, but you will win. Assuming you have decent tactics, that is. But I thought it'd be a shame to let it pass so easily. It'd be more fun to find a way to win this mission where you're supposed to be making sacrifices with no casualties whatsoever. And just show that Sonya has no idea what she's talking about. So I will take a small strike force here to the south to deal with this big army. 3 mechs, an APC to refuel them, and this infantry should be sufficient with good tactics. Up top here, I've got a plan to take out his laser cannon and also clear out some of his blockers. If I put this APC here and have it act as bait, it will lure his recon out of the way. It'll also help me get 2 mechs up where they can fight that laser cannon at the same time. Rockets to slide along the back road. I don't block his recon because I do want it to move up and attack me. I can't afford to have him just choke point me. Empty tanks move in at full speed. Tanks too, kind of important. Anti-air are not really important in this mission. They're almost worthless, in fact. I mostly choose them as bait. This infantry is truly worthless. Never in all my plays of this mission have I found any use for it whatsoever. You can't even use it as bait because your APC has better things to do than ferry it around. Okay, so he takes the bait as he always does. And then we'll see how he moves his troops. There's a lot of variability in that. It's a little hard to predict, in fact. And hard to predict when he'll get to your cities as a result, partly. The unpredictability of when he gets his CO power also kind of affects that. Okay, no one cares what you have to say, Sonya. So strike this tank. If you're lucky reducing to 3 HP, more likely reducing to 4 HP. Doesn't matter, though. Okay. And then... this doesn't matter either, particularly. Just drop off over there, I guess. Mechs can advance. Rockets move as far forward as they can safely. Very importantly, this mech must go 2 squares to the right. If you accidentally move him 1 up and 1 to the right, you just need to restart. Because only this way can get 2 guys in position to attack the laser next turn. Okay, so now things get clever. Adder is smart with his artillery. He will never put it in the range of your MD tanks. So what I do is... I'll put 1 there. Now he will not advance. He's too smart for that. And I can't allow him to just stalemate me with that. Every turn is really precious. What I do instead is... I will put a useless anti-air here as bait. It'll get shot by the laser, but it'll live. He will then drive up his tank and attack it. It'll live, just barely. And then... what happens is he realizes that he has blocked my MD tank, and therefore he feels safe having his artillery advance by 1, because the woods seemingly slow me down. But in actuality, once I kill his tank, I can then drive full speed forward and attack him. So it's a clever way to outsmart the AI that I thought of here. The laser, by the way, can damage Adder's units, it just never really will, because he won't put his units at range. You could bait them in range, but there's no point to doing so most of the time, because you have to bait them in range and then choose not to kill them. But when would that happen? Okay, so far everything's normal. Alright, first things first, let's take out that tank. This should kill. It's almost certain to. No? Okay, that's fine. Clear that guy out of there. It doesn't really even matter. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could position a guy there. It's an okay idea, at least, I think. Is it? No, it's not an okay idea. I'll have an MD tank do that, actually. Alright, so then I can advance like that. And let's see, this laser is now safe to attack, so I go for that, and that, and I'll advance this rocket in position. Now you have to choose what units to bring along here, basically. You can bring the rocket and 3 other guys. So let's see. Let me figure out how I can use my squares optimally. What I ultimately want is to have a tank on that city acting as bait for his MD tank. So if I have a person who's, say, here, they can go 2, 4, 6, not quite good enough. If I have a tank here, that could work. I also want to have a tank be able to get something like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's no good. Just wanted to be about... but I also want to have the artillery able to move in, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That won't work. That could. Something like that ought to do. You can't have everything, so you've got to just choose your priorities here. Once again, I'd love to drop the infantry further along, but I really can't because the artillery has better things to do. Not the artillery, the APC has better things to do. Okay, so there goes his tank. Then I can take a pot shot at his artillery. I'm lucky reducing to 8 HP, but it's okay. Mechs sidle on southward, and that should be good. So he slowly advances. He moves his mech as he usually does. Everything is normal. So this turn, let me start off with the moves that I've got to do. Rocket, gun down the laser. Now here, I need to have someone take out that tank. So this empty tank is the obvious answer. Down it goes. Next, I want to have this empty tank form a wall. And ideally kill this thing off, but if not, have a backup plan. Okay, didn't work, I've got a backup plan. So I'll walk that mech over there and finish the job. And now I can have a tank move there as bait. His MD tank should attack that. This tank can stay behind that wall where it's now safe. The rocket moves over there. And everyone else can crowd on in. Ready to move in next turn after the laser is out of the way. Speaking of lasers though, I don't care if the APC gets hit, so I'm going to walk it right on over here and pick up that mech next turn. Now, down here. Let's see, is he getting close to his CO power? Yes, he's very close in fact. If I attack him, will that give it to him? Not quite. Interesting. So, in that case, I think I will move like that. Avoid giving him a target, avoid letting the MD tank do anything useful. Maybe I will drop something like there. And that should be good, I think. So, because I avoided poking him there, I avoided giving him a superpower, and we'll see how things go. This will be a new approach for me. Before I just gave him a superpower and didn't worry about it. Okay, so he gets to poke the APC, I don't care about that. What will he do with his mech? Okay, takes the bait, that's expected. One time I saw him not go for that city with his mech, but that's highly unlikely. I don't know what even caused that. I think I want to give him bait here. I will finish off that mech, and then I'll have my southern mech attack from this position, I think. Oh, that won't actually finish it, will it? Okay. Never mind that plan. What I was thinking is I tried to make it so he ends up having his empty tank attack an infantry instead of attacking a mech, and I can get more first strikes on him, but whatever. I will just take one first strike from his empty tank and I'll be fine. Alright, so rocket advances full speed. Yeah, the lasers are off for this turn. Let's see, how will I deal with that empty tank? I think I'll attack from there, and that should be okay. I'll just take a little bit of chip damage and it won't be much. Yeah, that's fine. And then what? I think this rocket can advance to there. That's a good position for it. Originally I've been thinking I would have the mech dropped off by the APC to protect the laser super fast next turn. But I think I might actually have the rear rocket go for the laser instead, and see how that goes this time. So I'm abandoning something that I knew worked to try something new just to experiment and have fun with that. Okay, that should ruin that capture at least. Now I want to have a bait unit over here, I think. It'd also be nice to be able to have that artillery in position already. Well, maybe I will just drop off over there and it won't be as good, but I'll think of something. Okay. If I have the tank stay there, it should get healed up, which is worth a little bit at least. And then maybe advance it to some useful purpose next turn. Yeah, might as well be there. He'll be attacking the guy in the forest no matter what. So this turn he gets his superpower. So that delayed him a little bit. He'll hopefully get less power overall as a result. We'll see how that helps. If it helps. Okay, I need to provide some bait here. So down goes that guy. If I put a tank here, I think he is going to come up and attack that, which will be helpful to me. Now the obvious move would be to have this rocket go into that forest and take cover there. I could also just have it drive up and not even worry about it taking a shot, just have it finish off the laser cannon next turn. And maybe I will just do that, since I don't really have that much use for the second rocket anyway most of the time. Over here, do I want to go for the attack now, or wait till his superpower ends? I think I will wait till it ends. And he can attack from that force if he wants to. There's no safe place to move your guys over there. It's kind of the thing you've got to watch out for. The laser cannon covers most things. which is one reason I need to clear it out, even if it costs me something. I should be guaranteed to survive even if it brings up another tank to attack me. Here he gets to do some damage, but I'll start healing up. I think it'll start paying for itself, even compared to being on a mountain pretty fast. Alright, the real problem is he didn't move anybody else in where I can attack them. I'll get to work on that empty tank. With his force, I do less damage, but I think it's still profitable for me. This guy will eventually be useful bait, I think. As might that guy. Can I keep using people as bait over here? Is that doable? I think only a tank can serve as effective bait there, nothing else will really do. But if I don't kill that thing, it won't really help me at all, he'll just pull back, won't he? Or rather, he won't pull back, he just won't attack, period. Which is no use. I'd love to get this rocket in on the action. I also need to get more MD tanks, I think, in on the action. The good thing, I guess, is I can now advance a little bit further than I could before. So I can walk like this, maybe. And that would allow me to station a rocket there. What can I do about that thing, though? If I just shoot it, that's pretty good. I can finish it off with an MD tank easily. But will he then take any bait? I'm not sure. If I have just the tank stay there, he'll probably just pull the thing back, won't he? And then end up clogging up things, which isn't any use to me. Hopefully this will help. So, do I drive over there and just take the shot? Or do I finish that guy off? If I attack him, I might get his CO power, which would be pretty bad too. I'm not sure. If I kill him, he definitely would. Maybe I should stay there and hopefully he'll lead the other empty tank in, maybe? I'll give it a try. The good thing is, I think delaying his CO power really costs him a lot in terms of his captures. So if you're playing conventional, this will be quite beneficial. Alright, so he does drive another empty tank there, depriving himself of more of his important tanks. Things are swinging slowly against me there because as you lose HP, you also lose some of your terrain stars. So I'm no longer getting as perfect protection as I was. Alright, I think this is the turn when I've got to use my superpower. So here goes. What can this rocket hit? Oh, this is bad. A lot of the guys just can only hit 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, a lot of them are just redundant with each other. We will see. 2, 4, 6, and then maybe I can break through with that. I could kind of hope he'd put more people in range. But we'll see. Maybe I can come up with a solution. Alright, first of all, maybe I can walk that guy there, and maybe he'll be of some use as bait or something like that. got to remember he'll get his superpower this turn, so his actual range will be, he can attack that first. And no further, I don't think. 2, 3, 4, 5, so I could drive up and attack with that guy. I should consider that at the very least. Can I use this guy as bait in some way? You'll hear me ask that question many times, and the answer whenever it's the infantry is always a no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the best I can really do, if I can just clear that spot out. Now I could use the rocket to finish one of these things, and I might even just kill that guy outright, which would be pretty nice. But is that the best use of it? I think I want 2, 4, I need that tank to break through that artillery, and then I can hopefully have just empty tanks pile in there and destroy the rocket and, you know, that artillery too. Leaving a few options for focus firing. In order to make that work, I need to have these empty tanks not do any of the attacking, so they are still free to go. 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be nice to be able to drive this rocket up and threaten more of his guys too, so I'd prefer not to use it if I don't need to use it. Is this a kill? I'm going to attempt it and just see if it works. Okay, that helps a bit. 2, 4, 6. I'm pretty sure this is not a kill. Yeah, not even close. He does have 2 Neotanks there. That kind of concerns me. Originally, I'd planned on attacking the rocket, but I think that an artillery followed by 2 Neotanks could probably actually kill my MD tank and ruin everything. So I went with this approach instead, where they can't focus fire like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. It was never going to be possible, was it? No, it would have been if I used that guy. Did I screw myself over here? I guess we'll see. Okay, so that takes care of that one. I guess what I'm thinking here is if I use the MD tanks for this kind of job, I might be able to pile the indirects in closer and have them be, you know, more useful for something else, perhaps. Maybe up there, for example. And over there. Pick that guy up, and who knows? There's got to be some way to use him. Alright, we will see if Adder confounds me here before I've got him. What I have done, I think, is denied him an ability to focus fire anything that he can actually deal with. And yeah, I'm going to take that shot, but I'm okay with that. I'm Kanbei, I'm using my superpower, that's as expected. He can't as easily wall me anymore because I've got the rocket and the artillery in position. So if he walks into the woods, I can break through there, maybe. He didn't do everything that I was hoping he would, though. Well, what will it take to finish that guy off? 40%. 52%. I mean, that's a probable kill, but it's not a guaranteed kill, which is a bit of an issue, isn't it? Do I have any way to make it a guaranteed thing? I don't think I do. With any kind of decent luck, this will work. I think the best choice to do a breakthrough here would be this MD tank. The odds are pretty good. Fail. Okay, I'm going to need to rethink things and probably waste at least one unit's movement. Not good for winning fast. I have been doing really well though, all in all. Is this at least an instant kill? Yeah, almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I can do something like this, and then attack the Neo-Tank with an MD tank while providing some bait so the artillery doesn't help focus fire it. I think he's pretty much guaranteed to go for one of these two targets over an MD tank driving in here. Although I'll take some damage if I attack the Neo-Tank, and thus become a more tempting target, I think it's worth it to reduce his Neo-Tank's attack strength. I sure hope so, anyway. Well, I've almost got that thing restored, at least. So maybe it can be of some use in clearing out his infantry. Where is his APC, by the way? This is kind of the other thing that can be a time sink. If he runs that backward through the woods for some reason, he might be doing that, which can really cost you. Bad luck that he's choosing to do so this time. Having to ferret out 3 instead of 2 units from this woods can really slow you down. Alright, so we will see if he focus fires and kills my MD tank, or if he does what I expect and goes for the... Yeah, he went for the bait instead. That's good. I mean, it sucks to have my artillery get hit, but the basic plan worked. Well, I always go for the obvious moves first. That thing is totally safe, this guy can't hit anything else, so he goes for that. So I should be able to finish that guy off this turn. These two can join up and maybe be of use in the future. I could use my CO power, I don't know if there's a value I can get with it. I could push the rocket in further, but what would that really serve? I don't think it would help all that much. So I'll take that guy out instead. And then I can get to work on some of his tanks. Which ones, though? With luck damage, this should have a 90% chance to kill. I'll take those odds. Wow, that didn't work. Well, I'll need to try Plan B. That makes me be inefficient here, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can maybe finish something off with that. 49%. Can I deal 50% with this guy? Not quite. I think I'll attempt to break through like this, since that 1% didn't work out my way. Will this 90% odds work out my way? Well, I have had dismal luck this mission. I should probably sacrifice some d20s to the random number god. Can I give him his CO power so he advances faster? I don't think so. Is that covered? That is covered. So if I stop and shoot that thing, then he will just stop and not advance his rockets any further. That would not be good for me. I want them to come to me. I'm in no hurry to finish those guys off particularly. Maybe I can find some use for that infantry at last. We'll see. Okay, so that tank has walked in range as I hoped it would. I think what I need to do now is advance a whole bunch of guys full speed after him to hunt him down. I don't know if it's still doable to take out all of these things, but I've got to try, don't I? I think if I put infantry in range, they are compelled to go for those still. I think. I'm not certain about that, but that would be a good use for these guys, wouldn't it? This one had better evac, I think. Two, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 6. This should be just as good, shouldn't it? He's almost got my captures finished, but he's not going to finish them. Can I get my CO power or superpower out? Maybe. I'm trying to put enough people down where his rockets are that I can overwhelm him, basically, and that he can't finish me off before I get close or slow me down with injuries or something like that. I'm not sure how doable it is. But I put guys in range, and hopefully he'll take the bait and spare the ones that I need to live. Surely he'll go for that over the MD tank. Surely. Okay, we'll give it a try. Yes, okay, so the bait plan worked, so the rockets are not attacking the units that are bearing down on them. Ah, but the other one moved back instead of shooting at the literally 3 targets that were in range. I should have known that infantry would be worthless even as bait. Well, that's it for a turn 12 win. Too many 10% chances going against me, and now the AI ignoring multiple bait targets to just walk away instead. I think I did just about all that could be humanly done here. Can he get away? He'll get 7 movement, he'll walk to there. Yeah, I'll still hunt him down. Well, this is still far, far ahead of the speed requirement, and a very good time all in all. It's a nuisance that after so much strategizing and 30 minutes of playing, the luck and the eye would go so hard against me, but oh well. I think I've demonstrated that this is a very good strategy, and will work quite robustly, and win very fast with very few casualties. Quite a few clever tricks to fool the AI, I think, along the way. I think that the variation this time of denying Adder his superpower by avoiding that one attack worked out quite profitably. And the weird way I dealt with the second laser helped pretty well too, I think. That let my first laser get up closer to the front lines faster. One other clever trick, by the way. You can actually get some value out of the normally worthless morale boost. With morale boost, a rocket plus mech will just barely suffice to kill off a laser. And if you activated that one with smart timing, I think you could pull off a second morale boost while doing the big attack across the bridge. Oh, now he wants to shoot, huh? Now this rocket isn't trying to run away. Luckily, I was ready for this exact kind of nonsense, and put the artillery at range to deal with the APC just in case. Thank goodness I planned ahead on this one. I was ready for the spiteful AI. Alright, well, there we go. A turn 13, 0 casualty win. Should have been turn 12, but that's still pretty spectacular. They really can't build that many more. I mean, we see what? 4 more in Green Earth and 2 more in Black Hole? Unless they change the numbers up for Hard Campaign and I'm forgetting. Campaign looks even more right when we take no casualties here. Didn't we already deal with what turned out to be a dummy that blew up at us so it looked like Black Hole CO? But I guess we're gonna just charge in. Alright, there we go. I am almost at the point cap. So maybe I better go buy some things from the battle map store. Not that there's much left there. And coming up next, the ever-spectacular The Hunt's End. In the meantime, I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters, Illusory Thunder, Master Knight DH, and Nazrullah Khan. Until next time, have a great day, everyone.